Hello friends, today we're going to learn about vegetables that grow in Asia. When we go to a Chinese or Thai restaurant, we get to try lots of different exciting vegetables that we can even grow in our own garden. This year at the Storybook Garden, I ordered some special seeds that came from Asia. And I want to show you these incredible long beans. They call them yard-long beans, or this variety is called Noodle Beans. Isn't it fun? These are red beans and they can grow even longer. Each bean is like 5 or 6 regular beans. And what's really fun is when we cook them, instead of turning green like a lot of colored beans do, they keep their beautiful reddish purple color. And we know that that dark red color is super healthy for our body. So it's very exciting to know that we can grow all these incredible different foods from around the world because people shared seeds. This company with the little girl on the cover, that's their daughter, and they have adopted children from China, and they are sharing these seeds from around the world. We have some Chinese light green beans, and they're long too. Thai purple potted yard-long beans, and these can get to be several feet long. And here's one that's yard-long green beans, and you can see how long they are compared to this kid. Isn't it amazing? I can't wait to cook these up. They would be fun to put in with noodle dishes or with rice dishes, or to put in soup too. You can see where I pulled it off of the vine. These were growing on our star climber, and it's really fun to go out there and see the flowers, and then a couple days later these beautiful beans growing. And that's thanks to the help of our bee buddies. It's just such a wonderful gift, their gift of pollination. And speaking of stars, there's a special kind of spice that we can grow in the garden. It's called anise. And you can see that it is shaped like a star. This one got broken, but it has a beautiful star-like shape. And inside are the seeds so we could grow more star anise. And it has kind of a licoricey flavor. You'll taste this a lot of time in Oriental cooking. It's very exciting. Another fun thing we can grow in the garden is what we call spring vegetables, or these are called white bunching vegetables, scallions. This is something you'll see a lot of times in Oriental cooking, and in our cooking from China, from Mexico, and in the United States. They're young onion plants. You can see the little roots down here where they were growing underground. So in this package, there's just tons of seeds. So we can share these seeds with our friends and neighbors, and we can all grow good, healthy foods. Here's another exciting thing I found in our garden. Right here is what looks like a flower head, doesn't it? But this is actually part of the carrot plant. Carrots are a plant that are called biennial. It takes 2 years for them in their life cycle. The first year they create a root system and plant, and the second year they send up a flower stalk and flower, and the bees come and pollinate it, and then it produces all these little seeds. These are carrot seeds. Some of them actually dropped into our root vegetable box and are starting to grow already. So, you know, this plant, carrots, the greens are an important host plant for swallowtail butterflies. And out in nature, we see these beautiful Queen Anne's lace wildflowers, which are also known as wild carrots. So isn't it good to know that we can actually eat the roots of those wild carrots? It's something that helped our ancestors to survive. And we can always grow more carrots because of the help of our bee buddies producing these beautiful seeds. Such an amazing life on Earth. Did you know that the first carrots came from Asia? And here we see these rainbow carrot seeds, and we see they actually do grow in a rainbow of colors. But the first carrots were actually that purpley blue color, and they came from China. And then they traveled to the west. And when they came to the Netherlands or Holland, the king and queen were the king and queen of the House of Orange. And so their gardener developed the first orange carrots in honor of the king and queen. So it's amazing. We're able to grow so many different types of carrots, even black and purple carrots, and they're all so healthy for our bodies because of that orange vitamin and their beta carotene to keep our bodies healthy. And it's a delicious way to stay healthy too. So that's another important one. Here we see seeds to grow soybeans. These are edible soybeans. See, it says Asian on there. And some people call this edamame when we cook the fresh seeds like this as a snack. But soybeans are an important food source in Asia because they use it for lots of different purposes. Here we see soy sauce. It was made from the soybeans to make this salty sauce that they add to the food that they prepare. So soybeans have a really important purpose all over the world, but especially in Chinese cooking. And you know, I tell you all the time that Mother Earth provides foods in every part of the world to help people live happy, healthy lives. So when we learned about Mexico, we learned that corn, beans together, and even rice create a complete protein to fuel our muscles. Well, same thing in Asia. They have beans and they have rice. Rice is an important grain that is a staple food in Asian culture. And of course, we eat lots of rice here too. But when we eat these plants together, they create a complete protein in our body. So isn't it wonderful that we can grow these foods too in our part of the world because we have shared seeds over hundreds and even thousands of years. What an incredible gift of friendship and abundance in our world. This is an interesting plant here that we see a lot in Asia. It's a very long radish, and they will cook the radishes or eat them fresh in salads and pickle them and things. But these radishes can get to be several feet long too. It's incredible. So from a little tiny seed, we can grow all these things. Recently, we were learning about the forest floor and the special fungi and lichens that grow in the forest floor and help Mother Earth in the decomposition cycle where dead plants break down. And these plants, like mushrooms and fungi, are some of our decomposer plants in the kingdom of fungi. This is a white wood mushroom. Isn't this incredible? This has been dried, but we can soak this and use it to cook a meal. These are what we call shiitake mushrooms. These have been dried as well. And we soak them, and then we can cut them up and use them in cooking as well. Shiitake mushrooms are very full of protein and all kinds of special vitamins because they grew so close to the ground. You can see the underside. These are all dried up, but we take off the woody stems of these mushrooms and they add a kind of a meaty quality to whatever we're cooking. Some other incredible things that we can enjoy are celery. Celery can grow in pink and red and green, and the leaves and stems add so much flavor along with the seeds of the plant. So celery is something that they use a lot in Asia, and my great-grandpa was a celery farmer, so I have a special love of celery. We love peas, and here we see those snow peas, where we actually eat the whole pod, the fruit of the plant, and inside are tiny little seeds. What a delicious way to enjoy peas. There's some special vegetables. that I just brought cans to show you, but we have water chestnuts, and they actually are from a plant, and bamboo shoots. Bamboo trees are an incredible tree that grows in Asia, and it's what our panda bears love to eat. So they eat that root, and it's so delicious and kind of crunchy, and you can see why pandas love it so much. So these add a lot of flavor. Sometimes we eat bean sprouts, and they are sprouted mung bean seeds. So we can make mung bean soup, but we can also take these little seeds and soak them in water and rinse the water every day, and eventually those little seeds will germinate or crack open, and the little tiny plant inside will start to grow, and we can eat those tender mung bean sprouts. Delicious and very nutritious. We were talking about rice and how that's a staple, but rice is also used to make other food products. Like here we have noodles that are made from rice. They use rice flour. So rice is such an important grain, and these really fun noodles can be thick or they can be thin. These are angel hair, so they cook very quickly and are fun to eat with all these beautiful vegetables. Another thing we grew in our garden this year was bok choy, and we grew both the purple and we grew the green, and I brought along a little bok choy that I had at home. We cook with bok choy all the time, and it's super healthy. This is one of our spring and fall vegetables. It actually grows best in cooler temperatures. So it's part of the cabbage family, and it's very, very healthy for our bodies. And then we have also here some peppers. Peppers actually came from the Americas, but they're eaten all over the world, and they've actually developed lots of different types of peppers to grow in Asia. Lots of Asia has similar growing conditions to what we have here in our part of the world. So it's a really amazing to see all the fun things we can grow in our big backyard. And I brought along a little plant that I've been meaning to plant, and I'm going to pot it up and bring it inside. This plant is a kind of grass, and it's called lemongrass, and it gets to be a big bushy grassy plant, but they use the lemongrass root to flavor a lot of things. When it gets really big and stiff, they will actually beat the roots and add it to things to add that lemony citrusy flavor. So incredible to see all these wonderful things in our world. And I had somewhere here ginger, and ginger is one of those incredible spices. It's a rhizome of a plant, and just like an iris, it's a thickened fibrous root, and we peel that off, and we can use it, that citrusy, spicy flavor, to flavor our dishes, but also we can use it dried in our baking, like for Christmas cookies, gingerbread. It's one of those incredible, incredible flavors that adds so much flavor and also vitamins and minerals to what we're eating. It's an incredible gift of Mother Earth.